here we go. This is gonna be a fun little toy. Now, some of you might wonder, hey, what can fit in this kind of box? Well, something I've been looking at for a very, very long time, and I'm seeing lots of hams use them, especially on the go. Now, get this box open. Here we have. Just gonna slide it right on out. I have not taken this out of the package. Okay. Just a little packing foam. Nice packaging. Little bubble wrap. This, oh, look at this. It does come in a whole complete kit. Let me maybe just remove the end of it here. We have this good old infamous Wolf River coils. I've been looking at this for years now, and my buddy has one, and I absolutely love it. One of my other friends, they come out with the super antenna, and that was really good. When you're setting up for portable use, I've used the ham sticks, I've done a dipole, and nothing has been as easy to do as this. I mean, we've used this thing in field day, we've used it all sorts of places. I was like, I gotta get me one. Okay. So, get that out of there. I'm not ever going to reuse that bag. Now, so this is the, what is this? This is the Mega Mini Take It Along system. I think it's Take It Along. Comes with the tripod, a 213-inch whip, 17 feet long, roughly. I mean, the thing is huge, and I didn't find a lot of videos on that, and that's sort of why, like, I want to get this introduced. So they got this all nice and zip tied securely. Okay. I just want people to see what they're purchasing. They did a pretty good job packaging it up. Now, this right here is the 213-inch whip, 3/8 by 24 threads. There's a lot stacked in that. Wow, look at that. It's got a rubber tip on the end, and they said when you extend this, you got to be real careful. So probably about 1.5 feet per section. Yep. Wow. So take care of extending this thing out, otherwise you're gonna run into some problems. You don't want to break it. This thing, it's solid, it feels good, but I tell you, you probably want to take and wipe it down with maybe a little bit of oil when you take it out. That thing. And the other thing that nobody put on here was the dimensions for it. So this thing is 23 and a quarter long. With this thing collapsed, it's 23 and a quarter. That was one dimension I could not find. The coil itself is 10 and a half, and the legs are 23 and 3/4. Now, I'm not going to unbind this. So just looking at how it is, the Wolf River coils was basically designed as like a homebrew setup. So all the parts, you can fix this thing and work on this thing readily, right off the shelf. And I gotta say, you can build it or you can buy it, and the craftsmanship that's gone into this is quite incredible. Like, they've done a really good job. for the price, I couldn't beat the components. They did incredible. So it does have a nylon screw to change where you're picking up on the loading coil. I'm just curious, like what's the center pipe made of? Looks like this is a piece of PVC all thread. No, they turned it. Ah, okay. So that's how they turn the grooves in order to lay the wire down. That right there, it's hard to duplicate. There's no off-the-shelf piece other than with these guys, and that's quite nice. The connection here is soldered. Connection down at the bottom, soldered, crimped, nice. They got locking nuts. I mean, overall, I can't complain. That's definitely a quality. Now, I did see this wasn't soldered, which is not a big deal. Like I said, all these components are done handmade and parts you can get off the shelf and easily fix. Like, no problem. This piece was the hardest piece that I was trying to figure out, like, how to make. And you need a machinist to really be able to run it on like a CNC. So this alone, you know, my point being with this, I try to make it myself, and for the price that they offer this, it's an incredible buy. It's absolutely, and everything fits together. It all works. Now you can take, from what I read, I haven't tried this yet because I'm just opening it up. What I read, you can take the 213-inch whip and tune 20 meters right off of it vertically. Done. No questions asked. You know, what kind of setup can you do that? Now, I know I mentioned this before, but it's 3/8 by 24 thread, which is awesome because all the whips that I can find out there like this, they're M10s, and we don't have anything here in the United States in order to take care of that, which, you know, it's kind of unfortunate, but that's just the name of the game. Now, you know, like I said, these are normal aluminum rods, threaded. So, I mean, you could very easily do this, but I tell you, just the quality alone, I would go and buy a second one of these. I mean, everything just fits together like it's supposed to. Makes it very nice. But that right there, you put the three of them on, and then you got a nice tripod. And then these rings go onto this, and that's where your grounding elements come out. And there are 3 rings in there, so you got a wire for each one of them. And the cool thing is you can experiment with this. You can change the different sizes. You can do anything. But the base product is very nice. Now, one thing I wanted to mention. Excuse me. I didn't see this until I ordered this, but they have these rods to change. Like right now, this kit is designed so the coil goes in the bottom. Okay. And one thing I discovered watching some of the other YouTubers like K8MRD, real cool guy. They have a section of this pipe, 2 sections that go in between the coil and the base, moving this up. So then it becomes what they call a center fed coil. So the advantage of that is it decreases your vertical takeoff and gets you more of a DXing range rather than an NVIS setup. So I'm probably going to reach back out and order a set of those. This took about a week to get here. Excellent shipping time. Probably would have been here sooner, but it did come United States Postal Service, and that's always. Needless to say, I'm glad that it's here. But yeah, going to be setting this thing up. Just wanted to get it out here and share it. So if you interested, check them out. I'll put a link to their website. They're not a sponsor of mine, but when I see a good product, I like to get it out there. And if you're just getting started and want to do portable, this is the way to go. And to add another piece to this, Amazon. You can get this bag for, I think I paid about 20 bucks for it. It's got extra pockets in the side, but the main point of this bag was to put that. And this was a 27-inch bag, so I could have gone down in size, but that's okay. Now everything's in one, and this absolutely works. I'll put extra. That'll give me room to put coax and stuff like that in for it. But there you have it. Wolf River coils. I can't wait to use it. We'll see you on the next episode.